Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Beverly. I'm Executive Vice President over at Social and Scientific Systems, a firm right here in Silver Spring. But tonight, I'm the board chair of College Tracks. And I want to thank you all for coming here tonight and supporting us on this 10th anniversary of helping our kids on the path to prosperity. First, I want to at least welcome and thank all of our elected officials who have come to join us tonight. I think we have Congressman Chris Van Hollen, represented by Ms. Joan Kleinman.
Yay!
The Honorable Ike Leggett has just arrived. We have our County Council President, Ms. Nancy Navarro. Councilmember Valerie Irvin. I'm not sure if I saw Roger, but Mr. Berliner in the room?
He meant to be here.
He meant to be here.
He's probably in traffic.
The Honorable Craig Rice. Anasol Gutierrez. We have representatives from our Board of Education, Ed President Chris Barkley. And board members Shirley Brandman, Michael Dorso, Ms. Patricia O'Neill, and always help me with this, Rebecca Smondrowski. I'd also like to acknowledge our host committee, our board, and especially our two host committee chairs, excuse me, Ms. Wendy Feldman Block and the Honorable Mayor of Somerset, Mr. Jeffrey Slavin. They're out there somewhere. So we're here tonight for two reasons. One, it's our 10th anniversary, but two, the big issue around college access and education is going to be the focus for the next several years as we try to figure out how to get these kids to prosperity. I would have been one of those College Tracks kids. I grew up on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, a small little spot there in a marshland. I had a lot of family, but not a lot of guidance. I had a brother who actually went to Morgan State University in Baltimore. I guess at the time it was called Morgan State College. So he was the first in our family to go to college. So my path was a little different than most of these kids. They're oftentimes first in their families to go to college. My brother managed to set a path for me. He went on to Morgan, went on to an extraordinary military career. He retired in 2005 as the fourth African-American four-star general in the history of the Army. And I'm really proud of that, and it gave me something to think about as he set goals and taught me how to set goals. And I'm hoping that these young people, by the example that's set tonight, they see who cares. And I know all of you are here because you care. So coming out of Cambridge High School in 1974, in an environment where kids from my island didn't go to college. They went to work on boats. They went into the crab houses. I had an opportunity that I hope that we can afford all the kids in Montgomery County, and that is to go to college and get the opportunity to have a great education and a great career and live here in Montgomery County, the best place on the planet, right? So that's enough about me. What we really are here to do is to celebrate the 10th anniversary of College Tracks, and I want to introduce you to Nancy Leopold, who is our executive director, to tell you a little bit more about how we got here.
Thank you. College Tracks changes lives, schools, and the county by giving low to moderate income first-generation college students the chance to go to college or technical school with enough financial aid and continuing support to succeed. From the beginning, this mission has attracted dedicated people willing to share their time, knowledge, skills, and hard work to right the wrong that some students graduating from the same high schools as our own children living in this county that is rich in so many ways, may not get the opportunity to attend and succeed in college just because they don't know any adults with the knowledge and time to help them apply and get enough financial aid. In the beginning, we were all volunteers, learning together, working with about 50 BCC high school seniors each year. 10 years later, 12 paid College Track staff members will work with more than 70 volunteers this year to serve 600 high school juniors and seniors and 230 college students. We've had the privilege over the last 10 years to serve more than 2,300 students. It takes a village, and I'd like to introduce you to ours. Would our current and former College Tracks board members please stand up? An executive director could not dream of a better board than this one. Wise, patient, generous, thoughtful, willing to do whatever it takes to extend College Track services to more students who need them. I want to give a special shout out to Biniam Abibi. Biniam, where are you? We first met Biniam when he was a College Track student at BCC in the 2006 graduating class. He went to Bowie State University and then transferred to the University of Maryland at College Park. Now he works as a paralegal at a Bethesda law firm, and he has been a very valued member of the College Tracks board for 2 years. This next group of people exceed all expectations, doing great work with passion, skill, and never-ending good humor. Would the current and former College Track staff members here please stand? Another group of smart, dedicated people without whom we could not have such a great impact on so many students. Would the current and former College Tracks volunteers please stand? From the start, we've worked closely with the administrators, counselors, teachers, and staff at the high schools, as well as from MCPS's central office. It was only as we learned about other college access and success organizations around the country that we realized how unusual it was for a school district to give an independent nonprofit full-time access and office space in the high schools. We are deeply grateful for this seamless partnership that allows all of us to focus on getting our students to their futures. Would the current and former administrators, counselors, teachers, and staff from the high schools and from MCPS please stand? Vital support for College Tracks has come from many quarters. It seemed that every time we told someone about what we were doing, he or she asked how they could help. To date, $2.9 million has been invested in College Tracks by individuals, corporations, private foundations, and the county. Please do check out the 2-page spread in the program showing the logos of our many foundation and corporate supporters. Money is huge. More than 80% of our budget goes to the salaries of our remarkable staff members, and with more money, we can expand College Tracks to more schools. Making the program work well also required that we learn best practices and get expert technical support. Early on, we had the good fortune to find the National College Access Network, an organization of college access and success organizations doing the same work we do in communities all over the country, and we would not be here tonight without their help. Finally, I want to talk about the students. We thought we were doing this for them, but it turns out we've gotten much more than we gave. They inspire us daily with their hope and optimism and their generosity of spirit. They honor us by sharing their stories, by showing us the brave paths they have already traveled, and by trusting us with their dreams. We asked a few of them to come here tonight so you could meet them. They're the ones wearing the red Ask Me tags. Would our current and former College Track students please stand? Several years, one of our board members introduced us to a very talented photographer named Arnie Hole. He's here tonight. He offered to take photos of our students, and you probably saw his work on the 3 easels in the other room. Then he offered to produce a multimedia video, I can say that, about the journey of one of our students. And we'd like to share part of it with you. We hope you enjoy it.
I have seen that where I come from, there is a chain where the people do exactly what their parents did in the past. I would like to be the first person in my family to put a stop to this chain, to cut it out and give the new people in our family a better life and stop the poverty in our family. My name is Oscar Portillo. I'm 19 years old. I was born in Washington, D.C., but I grew up in El Salvador. And I came back to the United States when I was 15 years old. My senior year was really hard. I didn't have that much contact with my Hispanic friends as I used to do, and they were my closest friends. Then there was college also, and I started to worry a little bit more about my future. I didn't know what school I was going to apply, and I didn't know anything about the process of applying. I was completely lost, and I didn't know how to get the money. The financial issue was the main problem. Thanks God, there is college tracks in the Career Center here at Wheaton High School. And these wonderful people helped me all the way to, in the whole process of applying, getting to know the universities and colleges. The main thing they were helping me to also was with the financial stuff. There have been many people, many angels in my life whose help has been incredible. And without them, maybe I wouldn't have done all what I have done. So for that, I'm very thankful for having had the opportunity of meeting these wonderful people, teachers, friends, and staff at school. My story might serve as inspiration to other people. You can see that even though with these obstacles, such as living without my family, my parents, having no money at all to pay for things or even for applications to colleges, what I'm trying to say is that if I made it, other people can make it. I want the kids of my kids to have a better future, a better life than the one I had or than the one my parents had. I want to break this and have descendants, have kids, have grandkids, and make of these people better people. That's all I want.